What did your parents say to you as a kid that still affects you today? Mine said I was the practice child. At Dad's funeral, I found out what that really meant. I was 9 years old when I heard my mother say it. She was on the phone with her sister and I was supposed to be asleep, but I had come downstairs for water. She was laughing and I stopped at the bottom of the stairs to listen. "Oh, you know how it is with the first one," she said. "They are the practice child. You make all your mistakes on them and then you get it right with the second." I stood there in my pajamas holding an empty glass. My younger brother Danny was 7. He got the better bedroom. He got the new clothes while I got hand-me-downs from cousins. He got birthday parties with themes and decorations while I got cake and a card. I always thought it was because he was younger. Now I understood. I was the rough draft. He was the final version. I went back to bed without the water. I never told anyone what I heard, but it changed everything. I stopped asking for things because I knew the answer would be no. I stopped expecting to be included because I knew Danny came first. I stopped trying to be special because I knew I was just practice. Growing up, I watched my parents pour everything into Danny. Soccer camps and tutors and a car for his 16th birthday. I got a bus pass for mine. When I asked why things were different, my mother would say, "Danny needs more support. You have always been so independent." Independent. That was their word for neglected. I moved out at 18 and put myself through community college while working 2 jobs. Danny went to a university my parents paid for in full. I got married at 24 to a good man named Paul, who could not understand why I flinched every time his family included me in things. I had a daughter named Lily, who I swore would never feel like practice for anyone. Then Dad got sick. Cancer. 6 months from diagnosis to funeral. I drove 3 hours every weekend to help. I cleaned the house and cooked meals and sat with him during chemotherapy while my mother took breaks. Danny visited twice. Both times he stayed for less than an hour. At the funeral, I sat in the second row because Danny and his wife took the front. My mother did not ask me to move up. Afterward, we went back to my parents' house for the reception. I was in the kitchen washing dishes when my mother's friend Barbara came in. She touched my arm and said, "Your father was so proud of you." I almost dropped the plate. He never said that to me. Barbara looked surprised. "He talked about you all the time. He said you were the strong one, the one who never needed anything from anyone. He worried about Danny, but he admired you. Then why did they treat us so differently?" Barbara paused and looked toward the living room. "I probably should not say this, but your father told me something once. He said your mother decided early on that you were too much like his side of the family, too stubborn, too independent. She wanted Danny to be different, so she gave him everything she thought would make him softer." I stood there with soapy water dripping down my wrists. She treated me worse because I reminded her of my father. "Your father felt guilty about it his whole life," Barbara said. "He wanted to make it up to you, but your mother would not let him try." I finished the dishes and went to find my mother. She was sitting on the couch looking tired. I sat down beside her. "Why did you call me the practice child?" Her face went pale. "I heard you say it when I was 9. You told Aunt Linda that you made all your mistakes on me and got it right with Danny." She was silent for a long time. "I was young when I had you. I did not know what I was doing. By the time Danny came, I had figured things out. That does not make it okay. I know." She did not apologize. She just sat there looking at her hands. I realized she never would. I stood up and walked outside to where Paul was waiting with Lily. We drove home that night and I have not been back since. My mother calls sometimes and I answer because Lily should know her grandmother, but I keep the conversations short. Danny calls when he needs money. I do not answer those. Last month, Lily asked why we never see Grandma. I told her the truth in a way a 6-year-old could understand. Sometimes grown-ups make mistakes with their kids and they never learn how to fix them. Will you make mistakes with me? Probably, but I will always try to fix them. She hugged me and ran off to play. I sat there thinking about what Barbara told me. My father was proud of me. He admired me. He just never said it until it was too late for me to hear. I am 36 years old and I still feel like the practice child, but my daughter will never know that feeling. She will never wonder if she was just a rough draft for someone better. She is not practice. She is the whole point.